The fish story that got away. I got it.
Yes, it was the fish that got away.
Oh man. It literally. Oh man, that's funny.
That's
You thought you
really
had it.
gross.
That's literally the ultimate fish story of I had it and I lost it. I got it out of the water. I got it to the house. I cooked it. I prepared it. I got it out of the oven. I put it in my stomach, and then it got away.
So, guys, if you're wondering why I'm not on camera, that's why. Guys.
Sunker's got a fish story.
I got you know what? The ultimate fish story. Oh, I forgot to.
Like I'm saying.
Fucking damn it! I forgot to pimp for you. I'm glad you can make it,
Okay,
Tiny.
I forgot to as well.
I felt really bad where I'm like, I think I have to tap out, and he's like, Tiny had to tap out too. I'm like, fuck.
Well, I was like, it's okay. I got Griffin. Don't worry about it. Him and I can talk plenty.
Well,
and Griffin's like, I don't know anything. I've never seen any of this. I'm like, you know who Daredevil is, right? Yeah. Then that's all you need to know. Like,
and then went off on a sermon about it too.
Well, I mean, a very excellent sermon on Daredevil. Honestly, it's 100%, Hassa. What you don't know is that is actually an AI generated version. That's not what Sunker looks like at all. I have met her in person. No. That is not what she looks like at all. That is an AI avatar that we have intentionally made fat or over the years.
You've been making me fatter over the years. You fucking cut. You could have. Creator, why do you make me fatter? Creator.
Well, it fits. Look. No, it fits with your personality because you're an excessive drunk who decides to Uber eat everything instead of actually cooking food. So those calories are bound to catch up to anybody, even an AI avatar.
God damn, you're right. Fix my bit rate.
Except this last salmon. You even went up the stream, knocked out a bear, took a salmon, walked away. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, this was your salmon, man. Except it got away. It literally
opened
up your mouth and said, "No, I'm out of here."
It literally got away. Well, that's okay. I lost a spider and an axolotl today.
Oh no! I just had a realization. The fish chose the bear.
Don't feed the bears.
Don't feed the bears. Don't feed the bears. No. I did. I lost an axolotl and a spider today. It was tragic.
Oh, for your 3D printer. So
both of them
would be great for your yeah.
Well, I do. I have a fat axolotl that it works just fine. But I tried a couple of new prints today, and both of them went all sideways on me. So because here's the funny part, I didn't find this out until literally today or it was last night because I told my wife about it last night. Like we literally got into the business of printing the literal hardest filament that exists. Rainbow glow in the dark is the most difficult filament to print, hands down, across the board, above any other filament out there.
And you
because
just
of those two combined. Yeah, and so I'm the one that I'm like, that's the one that I've literally been printing for the last week is nothing. So that's like, it explains why I've had nothing but problems with it. I'm like, oh.
Hey, the Sherbet Dragon wanted to come to life. You could not deny it, okay?
Well, I'm telling you what.
I love the Sherbet Dragon. I wanted to.
Well, it's because, okay, so that's the glow in the dark filament that I'm always having problems with, right? So I was like, well, let me burn through 100 grams of it, right? Maybe just the outside of the filament is the problem, right? The first layer is just the problem, right? Because I didn't ask Grok or Chat GPT about why my glow in the dark rainbow filament, because rainbow filament is a pain in the butt. Glow in the dark is a pain in the butt. I combined both of them. And so I burned through 100 grams of it thinking that would solve the problem. No, it didn't solve the problem. But I have at least, up until this evening with these two prints, I had quick fixes for most of this. I have no idea what happened to these two. So I've got to figure out what's wrong with those two. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been fun. I'm a genius. Let me tell you, boys and girls, I am just a stunningly, unbelievably brilliant person, like next level generation genius, because holy shit, I just throw things into a blender and see what comes out and then ask questions after everything fails. wild. I don't know why these things don't work out very well. I don't know.
But are you a stunning and brave genius?
100%. I am the most stunning and brave Hispanic genius you have ever seen, boys and girls. Let me tell you.
Oh, you had to bring race into it.
Well, yeah, stunning and brave. Duh. I've got to get all my victim points. I've got to get all my victim points in. Look, man, I'm just trying to cater to the Marvel executives out there. You know what I mean? Get us some behind the scenes access, like that fat guy who said he wasn't a paid shill.
Which and then one? He shows that doesn't narrow it, sir.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I forgot. There's a lot of fat paid shills out there by the Hollywood Club. Yeah, there was. Oh, there was a funny one I saw and decided to bash the guy who created the movie that over the weekend made like, I don't know, $150 million or something, because he sat down with Critical Drinker, who's, got like 3.5-4 million subscribers. A guy out there who apparently was somebody in Hollywood at one point, maybe. I'm not even entirely sure. I just thought it was really funny. But he's got like 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm like, you know what? At least I'll give you points for like punching up. You know what I mean? But like, you're like, I'm going to boycott your movie, which has already made $150 million because this guy did an interview with the Critical Drinker.
That's not crazy. That's absolutely not fucking insane.
Nope.
Hey, thinking of Project Hail Mary, I actually gave up Hot Project Hail Mary to be with you because you asked for it. How's that for friendship?
Oh, dude, come on. You didn't have... Come on now. That movie looks really good. I've heard nothing but good things about that one.
You have 2 disembodied female voices now that's backing him up.
Yeah, that's true. There's always disembodied voices around here, boys and girls. Oh, normally they're limited inside my wife's head, but that's how things go. So this week has been insane. So unfortunately, I did not get to make a new video for this song, but I did say over and over and over again, this is going to be the song going forward. So I'm hoping this is I want to make sure I've actually got the right one, because we're going to at least play the song. Okay, yeah, that's all the belly dancing. So I know it's the one right before that then. All right, this should be the right one, I think.
If you break out the video of you kissing Kathy Griffin, I will.
No, I'm not going to accident. No, I'm not going to accidentally click that. All right, boys and girls, I will work on an intro for this. It's just chicken coop, crazy life things. We're working on it. I'll get to this one, I promise. Maybe Sunday after the Bible study. Anyway, this is going to be our new theme song going forward, boys and girls. So enjoy it and enjoy the old video, because we've got Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Let's see what happens. Is that the right one, Sunker?
No idea. Oh, you're going with this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, okay. That's going to be the new intro.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I really like that one. All right, here we go.
Buzz to hear the sound again. Cue the lights, let the show begin. But is it worth the watch, my men? Is it gold or just lies they pen? Critics are all talk loud and clear, getting praises while spreading fear. They hope to decide what we cheer, but you choose your fate when you're here. Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? Will it last or just fade away? Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? It's us nerds that will have the say. Passing us by, sky. A common view we gotta spy. Will be found when it's you and I. Left wondering what we'll achieve. Eyes on the stage, hearts on your sleeve. We're at your side and we won't leave. Now let us be your brief reprieve. Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? Will it last or just fade away? Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? It's us nerds that will have the say. Sinking ships might pull you in. You only lose if you don't swim. They drag you down to drown with them. Just kick your legs and win. Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? Will it last or just fade away? Oh, is it good? Oh, is it good? It's us nerds that will have the
How we doing tonight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things through a common sense lens. And welcome back to another wonderful edition of Is It Good, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we are back at it tonight, and we've got something new, something current, something relevant. Boys and girls, we've got Daredevil Born Again Season 2, but technically Daredevil Season 5, because this is nothing more than a continuation of the Netflix series after the really
Essentially.
idea of trying to reboot the entire thing and start from scratch. Clearly, somebody inside of Marvel had half a brain and realized that was a really dumb idea. So about halfway through Season 1, everyone involved was fired. They brought in a brand new team and a whole bunch of stuff was redone. So this season around here, which, to be fair, we did watch Season 1, and there were some pretty good episodes. We had some good times with that. It wasn't great. It was all right. It was borderline maybe good in certain aspects. But I said early on, even after they fired everybody, that if it was not great, it was not going to shift anything. And I was proven right by the ratings. They were bad. They were not great for this series. So the hope is, at least for me personally, being the cautiously optimistic idiot that I always am, hopefully Season 2, especially now that Karen is officially back as well, maybe it'll be a little better, because this is no scraps left over from the psychopaths that were left over from before. This is them essentially from a fresh start with a whole lot of stuff going on. So if you missed last season, not a big deal. You didn't miss a whole lot. There were some cringy lines, but there was some fun stuff. Towards the end, we finally got Fisk being Fisk. So we have Kingpin is now mayor of New York City. Essentially, a lot of his old mob guys and some very elite units inside of the police force are essentially his own personal Gestapo. It is really wild. It is really crazy. Daredevil and a whole lot of as at the end of Season 2, Daredevil and a whole lot of the cops that are actually true to their honor, plus Karen and a few other folks show up all in a bar. And that is the end of Season 2. That's how they leave things. Matt, of course, goes through the beginning of the season as trying to avoid being Daredevil, which of course never works out. It's something that we've seen happen, much like Spider-Man, which is one of the reasons why they've always made such a good pair in the comics. It's one of them situations with Daredevil. It's not unusual for him to go through those times of not wanting to do it, right? He's not super powered. He's not extra strong. He's peak human and with a few extra senses, but that's it. He doesn't have a superhuman ability, so sometimes he goes those moments. He's also a really good lawyer, so he does a lot of stuff for like that. So we got a fair mix of that last time, but just like it always ends up going, just like we saw with the first season of Netflix out there, of course, Matt eventually puts the mask back on, and that's where the end of season 2 left us. Mayor Fisk is in charge. He's got his own little secret police force. He's essentially got the actual chief of police under his thumb because of, well, Fisk is still a mobster at the end of the day. He's still a gangster, and he's running the mayor's office just like a mobster, and he's got some loyal friends around him. So we'll see how all of that goes in season 2. We'll see how all of that picks up. But like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm willing to give it a shot. I love these characters. I love the actors they've got in these roles. We saw Punisher last season as well. He showed up for a little while. Wasn't the best example of Punisher everywhere, but he kicked some ass and they had a good time and there were some fun fight scenes. We also know that Frank Castle will be back for his own personal adventure, his own individual one. He's getting his own special on Marvel before he shows up in Spider-Man. So we know eventually all of them will be back. We will be getting Jessica Jones back in this season. Super excited to see her. I absolutely love that actress. I think she was great. I know despite some people weren't big fans of Jessica Jones after like season 1, I really enjoyed it all. I love the actress. I thought it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to see her return. So we know that eventually with the way the actor for Luke Cage has been talking, that we will eventually get Luke Cage back as well. At first he was kind of no, but then over the last 6 months or so, it's been like, yeah, there's been talks. Something may happen. So we'll probably end up seeing him in season 3. Whether or not our predictions of Foggy Nelson actually returning in this one, according to the actor, it's not going to happen, but who knows? We'll see how things go. But we know eventually because even in the comics, Foggy's death was not permanent. So we'll see if they end up following that storyline or if they're going to keep him dead. We don't know. It's a little bit of a batch of new things out there, but like I said, I'm willing to give it a shot. The fight coordinators from the Netflix show are involved in this heavily. So if nothing else, we should get some really kick-ass fight scenes. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of our folks out there aren't feeling exactly the brightest today. And that's okay. They're going to be here probably mostly by voice, but they'll be here in spirit the entire time nonetheless. So I'll introduce the guy that is kind of on camera first. Griffin! How are you, my friend? Thank you for sitting in, buddy. I appreciate you coming in and helping out.
Munch. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Wolfing Down supper. Sorry, people, you can't have it. I'm finishing up my Chipotle. Having it typically on a Thursday just because.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you for inviting me. Yes, and I'm. Don't worry, I'm not going to guilt trip your body much. I gave up Project Hail Mary for you because you asked for it. So hey, what are friends for, man?
You're a kind and generous soul, Griffin.
Obviously,
you're a
they're
kind
guilting.
soul.
What, Tiny?
Well,
I said obviously they're for guilting.
Exactly.
Honestly, I'm not that kind.
Yes,
Jessica knows me
absolutely.
enough. I don't do that. I don't consider myself old, but I'm getting to the point. It's like I don't have time for this crap, dude. Life is short. So let me put it this way: I do my best to use valuable time, and I chose to spend with you, all of you. Think about it. Yes, I really mean that.
I appreciate that. No, that's really nice of you. Well, and it's funny too earlier because I was talking to my wife. I was like, I realized everybody was worried about this being bad. I didn't think they were going to worry themselves sick over it being bad.
Oh my God.
And if people haven't heard it, boy, Sunker got a good story on this one.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Sunker made it.
Tell it.
How are you? And tell everybody why you're off camera.
Oh,
Tell the full story. The full story. Starting.
You tell it better.
Okay, you tell yours. I'll embellish later. Fair.
Oh my God, I wasn't feeling very good, and then it ended up in me upchucking my very nice salmon lunch that I had. And afterwards, I felt pretty good. It like a couple hours ago, I was telling Nerd, like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not feeling great. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And now I feel a lot better. I'm not really camera ready. To
you're
be
way better
fair.
than I am.
I actually tried to set something up, and you might have even heard me moving shit around as I'm trying to like make it somewhat presentable, but it's like, no, you can't make trash gold. So
Look,
I'm here.
Sunker, nobody gives a crap what your background looks like. We know, like, I used to stream from literally the garage door used to be in the background when we were doing Doctor Who in the beginning. You remember? Like, I was in a recliner with like a laptop and a what did I have? Oh, one of them like end table, like the laptop tables. Right, and a recliner out here in the first, like, and that was used me and comics and like I'm having a brain fart right now. Damn it, Brahma Bull used to stream like at like 1 o'clock in the morning because Brahma couldn't sleep, and so like we just stream randomly, and then Culture's like, make sure you unlist those. It's horrible for your algorithm if you do that. I'm like, oh shit, okay, but like,
Right.
like a bunch
Well,
of me and
okay,
Brahma used to
so-
get like hammered until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I do remember that. But alrighty,
Yeah.
one moment then,
There
Mr.
you
Guilt's
go.
a lot.
I'm good like
God,
that.
I'm gonna look like I'm a fucking murder victim. Hold
I
on.
make shame. We're making shame great
I-
again. What the?
No, that's actually
I just wanted to watch
very
something like
appropriate.
this, but no, don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare! I saw you, bitch.
Screenshot, lots
Too
of
late.
screenshots.
So hi, my room's a wreck because
Fucking
everything
great.
is moving over to the thing on Sunday. So I'm still moving shit. Yes, you can see I am fat.
Well, you're also
'Cause-
very pale in this light.
Well, this is actually my actual skin color because I don't get out.
I know it. I know it.
So,
I know. I've met
I'm-
you in person. I know you're. I know you're as pale as you're pale as a ghost.
So, and it's also getting unbelievably hot in my room again because I closed the window. So, yeah, I'm doing
Why'd you
okay.
Oh, come on.
It's because they were making
The
noise.
story.
Oh.
Oh, well, I just told it. I had a salmon dinner. Oh,
Here we go with the real people. Okay, it is.
All right. Let Griffin go. Let Griffin tell the
Go.
story. It's okay. He's
The
got this.
fact is, this is one of the ultimate fish got away stories. We agree on this. You see, what really happened is she wanted salmon. Sunker wanted, so she went to Washington State, up the street, found a bear, just nabbed a salmon. She smacked the bear apart, grabbed the salmon, took the salmon to home, beat the salmon to death, flayed it, cooked it, ate it, and then the salmon got away. And that's not the worst part. Today, she got a note from the salmon saying, I chose the bear.
fuck you! God damn it! I'm cosplaying a vampire. Fuck you. Also, but just Griffin, that made me laugh so fucking hard of the salmon, the fish that got away. You fucking cunt.
Stories. That is the ultimate fish story. You catch it, you brought it home, you cleaned it, you cooked it, you ate it, and it still got away, Sunker. It
Ugh.
still got away.
I just can't keep them.
I'll tell you what. They throw themselves back. It's so bad.
Fuck you.
It's so bad.
I can't keep anything.
I can't keep anything nice. Speaking of things we love to keep nice, Tiny, how are you, dear?
I'm all right. I did not lose my lunch, but I've been having trouble eating from pain. So I'm hoping to make it through this, and I'm really kind of proud of myself that I made it to just voice only. But if this really sucks and it makes my pain worse, I'm gone.
Perfect.
That is
That is a threat,
completely fair. That is completely fair. Just smoke more, Tiny. That's what I do. Oh man, well that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Then I'm so glad everybody's so excited for tonight.
I love we're all very lukewarm on it.
Right. Well, it's just like, it's one of them situations where, like, look, I've documented it extensively over the last few years, right? Feige knows he screwed up, right? He doesn't exactly realize why he screwed up, but he knows the people that he hired suck. So he fired them. Whether or not the new people he hired are any better at actually writing anything, we'll find out. But you know what? he burned us once essentially because it was for like one giant section of things. But like, if he's willing to try to turn over a new leaf, I'm willing to give the guy a shot, but I'm not, it's like, we've seen what you've done. Why would we, like, you're not going to make it woke. It's not going to be spirit of the age filled. Okay. That's fine. But can you write? Because the problem never really was, it always was that the spirit of the age stuff was just the glaring in front of your face nonsense, right? That's what that really was. The problem was when you got past that and watched it, right? It was like, this makes no sense. It's like we weren't making fun of the black space lesbian witches for more than about 5 minutes because then they went the power of one, the power of two, the power of like, we got a whole bunch of new dumb shit to laugh at y'all about. You talk to a Jedi master that's been in meditation with a shield around him for 8 years and you talk to him and he sees you and you talk to him for 5 seconds and all of a sudden he commits suicide. Fucking sense does that make?
Yeah.
So
it makes perfect sense, motherfucker. Have you talked to them?
Ugly. He opens his eyes and said, "You barf. Oh, give me the poison. I don't want to see you anymore."
It's like surface level is like, yeah, it's great clickbait to make fun of him for that, but it's like you dip into it, and it was way worse than all of that.
I've seen the darkness of all the dark side. I've seen atrocities unbeknownst to man, but I had to talk to you for 5 minutes. I'm done.
Right, exactly.
I'm ready to become
that's how bad. Look, and I watched the whole damn thing. That's how bad the acolyte was.
You're a masochist.
The actor.
You're an actual masochist.
I know sometimes. Look, man, if I'm going to roast something, like that's why a lot of the time I'll just stick to ratings because I'm like, I'm not watching that shit. But I gave it a shot and I got a little ways in. And then after that, I just kind of followed along with the clips. But it's one of those situations where it's like, that's why I just stick to the ratings. Because for one, you can't argue with me over whether or not the ratings are bad or good, right? 2 plus 2 still equals 4 despite. So you can love this new, you could have loved the new version of Marvel. You could have loved the new Doctor Who, all you wanted. It didn't matter because the numbers were abysmal. Right. Yeah. And you can't argue with that. You can't argue with me on numbers. You can love or hate something all you want, but you can't argue with me on numbers, And so that's what it ended up boiling down to. And that's why it was. The general public wasn't immediately put off by the fact that you had a black Little Mermaid or even necessarily a brown Snow White. What turned them off was when they went and saw Little Mermaid, the music was crap. A lot of their favorite songs were missing. And then, little Snow White twat waffle decided to be an absolute twit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not that people aren't willing to give that stuff a shot. I loved Brandy's Cinderella in the 90s, right?
Yep.
Loved it. Didn't give a crap that Brandy didn't look anything like the Cinderella from the story. The music was great. Queen Latifah was awesome.
Yeah.
The sets were fabulous, especially for a made for television movie. You know what I mean? So it's like, we don't give a crap about that. What the problem is everything that comes after that is crap. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tonight. That's a long-winded say of we'll see what happens tonight.
If you can write a good story, people will at least stick with you through your bullshit. But these people have proven that they can't write a good story. And then they use the bullshit as like spackle.
Well, yeah. Percy Jackson was a great example of that. They race swapped to the 9s in Percy Jackson. That season 1 had pretty good ratings in the beginning. Season 2, flatlined. It was canceled before season 2 was even over. So, yeah, that's people are willing to give it a shot. Nobody's actually racist or sexist or homophobic, despite what they say. It's just you have really shitty writing.
Yes.
The 90s Cinderella, let's face it, wasn't exactly assembled with the most noble intentions if you dig in. But you can tell everyone who worked on it loved it. They wanted to give a knockout story. They wanted the audience to love it. They loved the audience, and it shows. Man, they delivered. All of them delivered. So, I don't have a problem with it. In fact, I loved it. Haven't seen it.
We should do a review on that at one point. We should do a review on the Brandy Queen Latifah Cinderella. We really should.
It's not Queen Latifah.
or not Queen Latifah.
All black ladies look the same.
Who was it? Who was
Um,
it then?
Now I'm blanking on her name.
See, I thought it was Queen Latifah.
Well, I had it before, but it's definitely not Queen Latifah.
Who was it? What is her name then? I don't know. Somebody will look it up and figure it out. I thought it was. But either way, the chick that because I'd seen her in a bunch of stuff at the time. I just can't remember what her name is now, I guess. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. I don't know. That's who I thought it was. Anyway, we're going to watch Daredevil Born Again tonight, boys and girls. We're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out in the chat. As always, friendly reminder, this is the evening stream. So if you want to get Common Nerd or see any Common Nerd Baked, or if you want to see any of those fun little videos out there, please, by all means, check out those wonderful donations. And boys and girls, Griffin's got a fun code for a game that Mrs. Common Nerd and I enjoyed playing together with. And then I think Griffin, we got to play that. That still works online, right?
Oh, yeah, it works online. And no, we haven't played together yet.
Not yet. But we can.
Definitely.
I've been playing other games with you. You haven't brought that one up. We've had other games to play. Stop it.
Whitney Houston.
Act like I ain't even been playing video games. Anyway, Gauntlet. Griffin has some codes for a free Gauntlet game. So if anybody wants to become a member on their own tonight, whether it be locals or whether it be, if you've already got one on YouTube because of a gifty, there's a link to the locals stuff down below. You can do the same thing over on locals, and do it over there. Or if you're over on Pilled, wherever options, whatever you are, or if I don't know, there might be a way for you just to do it on your own. Either way, Griffin's got codes for Gauntlet, so we can get you a free copy of Gauntlet. And then maybe you can join on with us one night and play it. So
figure out where they are.
He's got 2 codes for it on Steam. So if anybody becomes a member on their own tonight, outside of a gifty sub, boys and girls, you can get that. I will send that to you over on Discord or Twitter or wherever I can reach you. So, all right, speaking of the chat, let's say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there so we can get started, so we don't keep everybody up. It's not feeling so good too late. Hasahapa says Sunkers catfishing people. 100%. We went over that one. This is great, though. It's fine. Just remember that Fisk is mayor of New York, and Native American woman made him relive his childhood trauma. So I wanted to go over this one, too. This is why I waited and didn't highlight it before the show started, because what's funny about this, and I brought this up before and I talked about this in my videos, actually one of my best Daredevil videos was the one of She-Hulk crying and Daredevil going, "I don't even know who you are." Because when asked about Daredevil's appearance in the She-Hulk show, the showrunner specifically said, there are certain things that have happened in the MCU that we're just going to ignore. And so, yeah, there's a little touch of the traumatized Fisk at the beginning of the series, but by the end of it, no, he was full blown, like the brutality. Like, we get to see Fisk be Fisk. Remember that he got to slam dude's head in the car door, in the first season, right? And cut his head off doing that. We got something very similar. What was he using? I can't remember.
No, he did it with his bare hands.
Oh, he did do it with his bare hands that time. Yeah, he did do it with his bare hands. So we got to see Fisk do that again, except with his bare hands this time. So, yeah. Beta, Soy, feeling all in touch with his feelings, crying about things. Fisk, it was like the first 3 or 4 episodes. By the end of it, we're back to crushing people with his bare hands, Fisk. So yeah, Hasahapa, another one of our fine channel members over on Rumble.
Even Kevin Feige let it slip that he doesn't consider the She-Hulk TV show canon. Of course, one of the reasons why people speculate is how they treated him at the end.
Yep. Oh yeah, because they wanted the robot to have a hat. They wanted to really kind of roast him in that show, and he was not having any part of it. His ego is a sensitive beast, boys and girls, and that's the reason why all those box office bombs caused him to fire all of his woke friends, despite their woke ideology and all of their brownie point system, because he was like, no, Kevin Feige's ego is more important than the cult. And guess what? We all might actually benefit from it. Limited access over on the Pilled side. Drive by like. Appreciate you, limited access. KOC says open art. I don't know what that means, but good to see you, KOC. SM Jameson, our first Pilled member of the Nerd Herd over there, says even after is with Drew Barrymore. It's still the best version of a live action Cinderella. Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's Ever After. Ever After.
Ever After. Yeah, sorry, Ever After. Sorry, I read it wrong. He wrote it right. I think I saw that one. I don't know.
That one is a very good one. I have a couple favorites when it comes to live action Disney movies. For Cinderella, it is Ever After because they have Leonardo da Vinci in there as well. and it was a very nice romance between her and the prince. My favorite Snow White one is Snow White and a Tale of Terror, which has Sigourney Weaver in there being the evil stepmother, and she's fucking boss, because they really upped the fucking horror aspects when it came to Snow White in that movie.
Well, remember how we did like the version of like the whole Robin Hood thing? Maybe we should do like a little trio of like a couple of different weird versions of some of the classic fairy tales. That'd be fun. Like some weird versions of Snow White and Cinderella yeah, that'd be fun. Like when once because we've got some plans after
once
Daredevil
we run out of
again.
films.
Right. Well, because we've got like actual plans for after Daredevil Born Again, but those are only going to take up 2 weeks. So we could do a fun something over the summer. But apparently we should have watched Wonder Man, because apparently it was actually halfway decent and it's getting a second season. So yeah, I don't know.
No.
Stay on target. This is a happy Thursday to everyone. Happy Thursday. Stay on target. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you made it in. Melissa Smith. Good to see you, my dear. Good to see you, sister. It's 783 with the music. Appreciate you, dear. Yeah, that's right. Fat axolotl. That's right. It is a fat little axolotl. I might bring one out here later and show it off. It is a chunky little boy. It is a chunky little boy. Thanos Jerry. What up, buddy? This is Hail Common Nerd Griffin and Shrunker. Greetings from the dark side and its Sith Lord poet. Thank you, Thanos Jerry. Always good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you. Because starting Daredevil on She-Hulk was a good idea. I know, right? Stay on target. Yeah, that's why we're ignoring it. That's why everybody's ignoring it. And make sure you guys go check out Common Nerds Toys and Trinkets on Instagram and on Facebook. Follow us for all of the new models of all the stuff. When I'm printing new things or when something goes sideways, I post them on social media, and it also tell you where we're going to be. And if you guys want to order anything, that's the best way to reach out to us for all of that kind of fun stuff as well, because my wife monitors that as well. So appreciate you guys for that. If you guys are interested in any of those fun little things, like our wonderful little Sherbert dragon back there in the back, we can work something out. He might be 100 grams, but we can work something out. All right, let me make sure I don't miss anybody out there, because I know we had a few folks come in now that everything's up and running. There it is. Peter Beckman Fanside. What's going on, sisters? Says I do it all the time. Whoa. Giggity. I'm sure you guys were referencing something Griffin was talking about out there, but it's okay. I'll make it perverted anyway, because that's what I do. Let's see here. Hey, what up, Duruk? Does it clap when you walk? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Did it crash? Oh, am I back?
No, you're good. You're good. We can hear you.
Alrighty.
No, but sometimes if it's really warm outside, it'll swing back and forth if I'm wearing low shorts. That kind of allow things to freely. Anyway. Good to see you though, buddy. Glad you made it in. Oh, I can't resist. Even if he is a troll. To see into a poet's heart from Thanos Jerry. It's been torn apart. For 12 years, I've been at war with diabetes, nature's whore. The pain of watching amputation take away, but I still play drums to this day. Inspiration. Thank you, Thanos. I worked in an independent convenience store for a little while called the Blue Store. It's actually where I met my wife. But we had a guy that used to come through that was one of the diabetics. We had a couple of guys. I knew a couple of guys who were diabetics that were amputees. One of the guys was still out there playing basketball. And then and we lost Big John, but Big John was still working on motorcycles even after he lost his leg. But yeah, that's cool, man. Stay up, stay active, keep going, man. Don't stop. And yes, thank you, Peter Venkman fan side. As a friend of the reminder to anybody over on the Rumbles or on the YouTube side catching this on the replay, please, if you want the full experience of the show, because this is a watch and review, boys and girls, although it does fall completely and totally under fair use, which is something we've been having fun fighting with some nonsense copyright claims over there on YouTube. But shout out to YouTube for getting back to them really quickly. For some trying to copyright claim the sound of thunder and rain. Give me a break.
We created that, and we didn't steal it from fucking nature or anything.
Right, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so please join us on one of our alternative platforms out there, boys and girls. Pill, the Rumble, Kick. Those are all fun places to hang out. We got some folks out there in all of the chats. Speaking of Kick, Darth Dave. I see you over on the Kick side of the house. Good to see you, Darth Dave. I love how you can share emojis if you're a member over on Kick. You can use the channel you're members of over their emojis and other people's chats. I love that. Good to see you, Darth Dave. Glad you made it in, buddy. So yes, thank you, fans. I appreciate you, sister, for dropping those links. Unfortunately, any more had have a chance in the deceit show. These all their interconnected shows have to ignore most of the rest of the universe. Same thing is happening with DC and Gun Superman. Yeah, and a lot of that's gonna we'll see how a lot of that stuff kind of changes. As far as all of that with Paramount now taking over, which hey, once again, despite what Hollywood, mainstream, legacy media, and even some folks on our own side said. Hey, guess what? Who was saying Paramount was the only thing that logically made any sense right from the get-go? Look, I don't normally toot my own horn, but I'm kind of in a toot my own horn kind of mood today. And yeah, Common Nerd was right. I know I wasn't the only one out there saying that, but there was a lot of folks out there that were like, oh, it's a done deal. Netflix has got it. Yada, yada, yada. Paramount's out of the running. There's no chance. Nothing else made sense. Nothing else made sense. So we'll see how all that stuff changes. I like the cast. I hope they keep them. I also hope Snyder gets his last 2 movies. Because, you know, Larry Ellison's got daddy's money. So money and the Saudis. So money printer go. Brrr. And the Saudis are definitely raking the dough right now. You seen the price of oil? Jesus. All right. There you
Try
go.
being
Thank you
in
very much, Fancy.
California.
Oh, God. What are you guys paying out there? I got to ask.
I drove by a gas station, so they're the nicer gas stations where they sell it at a nicer $5 a gallon, and then there are other places that are a little bit more expensive at like $6.79, $8.9 a gallon.
You're literally paying almost $7 a gallon out there in some places. So when
After April 6th,
Atlas,
we will most likely be paying between $8 and $12 a gallon.
Because summer.
No, because there are more than 100 small gas stations that have to shut down because they said that everyone had to have double tanks. Now all the gas stations, it's a $2 million thing to switch the tanks out. The small gas stations said, we can't do that. They said, don't worry, the state will give you interest-free loans. We'll help make sure.
Oh, they'll loan you. They'll loan you to go over and fuck. No,
it took them more than 3 years to tell anyone if they even qualified. So no one got the loans, no one got the thing taken care of, and they didn't change the date for when it had to be done. Mm-hmm. So we're about to have the last refinery close down, and right after the last refinery closes down, we're going to lose more than 100 gas stations.
So when they did the Atlas Shrugged movie, their justification, because it was set in like modern times, actually a little bit in the future, their justification for having to go back to railways and cars becoming so rare was because the price of gas, right? In that movie, they were showing it at $15 a gallon. That's what caused railway systems to become the main priority again and planes to be destroyed and not move parts by air. And train was the only thing that was cost effective because of the price of fuel. Tiny just said you're literally looking at $3 to $2 under that in the next couple of months out there. Atlas Shrugged thought they were being wild and crazy. They didn't go far enough.
Well, on top of everything else, because California has to have a very specific mixture of gas, according to our laws, we can't just get gas from Texas or from somewhere else. We have to order it from the South Koreans or the Chinese.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Fucking, Gavin had a fucking
and it's so great for the Greens.
Oh, he's got a lot.
That gas comes in those big ass tankers that use the worst crude possible and put more pollution into the air than any pipeline ever could. Sorry. Not like I have a problem with fucking Gavin Newsom and all the laws that make this state stupid.
But he went over and helped save us from, when they went over and set all those forests on fire, right?
He said,
he dumped all the water into the ocean to try to save a fish that doesn't actually exist.
Well,
it doesn't even fucking exist anymore. What?
Yep. No, he dumped water for years and years and years to save this stupid fucking fish, and it's dead. It doesn't exist. It is extinct.
Yeah.
Oh, then fuck him.
Well, and here's the funny part. Remember, that's the guy that beat the black face of white supremacy, Larry Elder. That white man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys could have had Larry Elder.
He cheated. I really do think he cheated. Also,
Act system.
want to go over and see the power of lying? Just change your lighting around and somehow you look instantly better.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous right there, Sunker. You did wonderful. Much better. Much better. Fabulous.
The problem is the ring is right in front of my screen, and I can't see it easily. It's a bit of a problem. Ignore the box. Fuck. Hold on. Ignore the box.
Nobody's paying attention to your Amazon box. Stop it.
I've been using those to store my shit. Anyway.
I don't blame. What do you think I'm using? I'm stashing them so I can use them to ship stuff out to people.
Hey, when you bought that tiny fucking thing, I need that shit for all my tiny things I need to ship.
There you go. Exactly. All right, boys and girls. So, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hey, your average Patriot nerd. What's going on, buddy? California. Yeah, exactly, dude. That just boggles my mind, man. That just boggles my mind. It's like I said, Atlas Shrugged didn't go far enough in that movie. Oh, look, literally, seriously, if it hits $12 a gallon, we're at least watching the first one. If it hits $12 a gallon out in California, we are watching the first one because holy shit.
So what you're saying is you need to tell Gavin Newsom, okay, Atlas Shrugged, I can't believe I got tongue-tied all of a sudden, was not an instruction manual. Neither was 1984.
Yeah.
But everyone was so obedient.
And isn't that what you always need? Just the most obedient folks? Let's go. $12
fucking nerds, stop taking pictures of me, you cunt. I saw the flash.
No, Darth Dave says let's go $12 per gallon in California. Oh, it's great. It's great. I need things for thumbnails. Everybody else sends me shitty pictures. And some people just don't send me any pictures because I forget to ask for them. So it's okay. All right. Anyway, let's get to Daredevil, boys and girls. Let me pull up the Disney. So Griffin or Sunker, you were here for last season. Yeah. Tell everybody what your how you feel about just a brief recap of how you feel about last season, and then what do you think we're going to get into, and how bad you expect it to be this season?
Last season was pretty. Let me make sure. Okay, good. It's on. Last season was pretty hit and miss. I will admit. I think when they were doing one shots and just having a fun adventure, that was actually when it was at its best. Like, I know people went over and shat upon the Irish episode, the St. Paddy's Day episode, but that probably was the best episode of the lot because it was just Daredevil being put in a bad situation and being cool. And it, like, everything felt earned. I liked how he was always focusing very hard on making sure everything was super quiet so the other gang guys didn't get wise and didn't kill the hostages. Like, it was a superhero being a superhero. I think they wasted Muse. I think he could have been replaced with any sort of a villain and you would have had the same sort of situation. Gosh, there was so much. I hate the kind of marriage counseling between Kingpin and his girl, mostly because it showed what a fucking stone cold bitch she was in fucking killing her lover to be with Kingpin. And I did like their coming together and then them also walking out as a power couple. I did like that. I felt really bad towards the end because I was rooting more for Kingpin than I was for Matt Murdock, because Matt Murdock, I know he does go over and want to give up the mantle. That is a thing for him, but he's always giving up the mantle. It's kind of like we're always seeing an origin story. It's like, okay, we get it. Can you at least be stoked that you're Daredevil?
No.
Can you at least be fucking happy for once, you cunt? So, hopefully he'll be happy. I don't know. But I had really kind of turned against Matt Murdock to the point when Punisher showed up and Karen apparently had a fling with the Punisher. I was like, you know what, Karen? Go for the Punisher. At least he's not, like, limp-wristed. So, I think this could be good, but because they're doing, like, team dynamics, I'm like, oh, no. Team dynamics, when you do that sometimes, it's often unfocused in terms of storytelling because you're trying to give everyone equal amount of time in a show. So I think it might be bouncing around too much. I think we're going to get a lot of shaking cam and making sure it's really close. And hopefully it won't. I think there is going to be a lot of fucking faffery. And Foggy didn't deserve to die over what he died over because it was so stupid. So I hope it is better. I hope it was just them having to deal with a bad situation. Now they're allowed to spread their wings. They can actually do what they need to. But we'll see. Also, I look like trash.
Oh, shut up. No, you don't. You look great. Darth Davis' last season was good, not great. See, there you go. There you go. Yeah. We don't need shaky cam. We need lower cam. There you go. Exactly. But no, it's like you said, and it's one of those situations where, and you're right. And that was one of the problems we had with a lot of that stuff. But I think we'll see how this all ends up kind of shaking out. But there was a lot of, and we ended up hating his girlfriend. Matt's girlfriend.
Yeah,
I knew it because this was my favorite part. This was one of my favorite parts because Sunker and I were having this back and forth the entire season 1. She was like rooting for the girlfriend, and I'm like, no, she's a bitch. I don't like her. And Sunker's like, no, she's awesome. I love her. I want to be great. I'm like, no, she's not. She's an annoying twat. And by the end, Sunker was all on board with me because she turned twat, dude. She turned hard. She's like, Matt totally saves her butt. And because Daredevil was kicking the crap out of Muse, she finally got the shot and she finally got a chance to pick up the gun and shoot Muse, right? And then she's having a conversation with Matt later saying that, Matt was like, it's a good thing Daredevil was there to help you out. She's like, Daredevil didn't save me. I saved myself.
No, fuck you, bitch. He saved you. Also, she went over and tried to blame him. He's endemic of the problems of this city because he's always fighting and violence beget violence and all that other bullshit. I'm like, go fuck yourself, you dumb bitch. I hate that they wrote you this way. You're so stupid. I think it actually would have even been better to sell her as a bitch if it wasn't her he was saving. He was saving someone else. And she, from the fucking peanut gallery, would give him shit.
Yeah.
That's the way you could have made her even fucking worse, in my opinion.
Well, and she's a good actress too. And it just, it does, because I know you wanted to root for her and I don't blame you for that. She is a good actress. She's nice looking. It's just one of those, it's like, I had a sneaking suspicion right from the beginning how they were going to write her, and they went full circle with that one right towards the end, which sucks. But so hopefully we'll never see her again. That'll be one of the things I'm curious, because that was one of the other things we had issues with too. Remember the newcomers trying to give Matt crap?
Yes,
and we were like, who the hell are you people? And so I'll be curious to see how many, if any of them, actually show up in this. It'll be interesting to see.
We do know the sword guys because I did see him in the trailer bit. I did see him. Sword Boy is going to be there after the Punisher sprung everyone from jail. Sword Boy's going to be there. Karen's going to be there. I believe Asian cop lady, which I always found kind of funny that she was there randomly at the bar. It's just, you don't have a character really, but okay, you're here now. The guy to girl ratio is a bit fucked, where it's just powerful women, the bartender, the Karen, the the cop chick, and of our men we have Matt Murdock, who's been a bit of a puss throughout the season, and 2 old men. We've got this.
Good to see you, Wade. Glad you made it, buddy.
Hello.
OG episode 4 bought Cookie and a Return of the Jedi book. I couldn't pull the trigger. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. It cost you world.
Hopefully you know what? I'll try to be very open-minded, but if I see the same patterns, I'm going to instantly start shitting on it, and I feel very bad about this. So
that's what we're here for. Look, the thing about it is it's like we're here to be honest. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that's what Hollywood hasn't been for a very long time. And their critics certainly haven't been, I would say, since about Siskel and Ebert died. I would say that was about the last time we had any honest, fair critics out there that were mainstream in Hollywood that weren't on the fucking payroll. You know what I mean? And so it's one of them situations where it's like, we have to be better than them. And, you know, it's fun to crap all over things. And trust me, y'all know I've done plenty of videos where I had just a blast roasting stuff for the sake of it. But to be better than them and to be the example that they are not, we have to call balls and strikes fair. And that's, you know, that's the example. That's what we try to do around here. So speaking of balls and strikes, Griffin.
Yo.
Let's get into what do you think? What do you think?
I think I'm going to be
optimistic. Are you horrified? Are you ready to throw up your?
Oh no, I'm sitting back, and it's because, as I've already said, I'm going to have an interesting perspective because I haven't seen any of the shows, but I've read plenty of the comics, so I'm going to be comparing it to the comics, and just like, oh, don't worry, I'm not going to go too far. We're going to enjoy the show. Okay, we're going to try to enjoy we're going to pretend to enjoy oh crap, we're not going to enjoy the show.
No.
That's how it's going to go.
They didn't have enough. Go ahead. Go. Sorry.
We do need to get to the show.
Yes,
company that we do enjoy, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Tiny, what do you think about everything now that we've been, Sunker and I have been chit-chatting to death about what we've got going on and what I've dragged you into, my dear?
Oh, season 1 sounds, like she said, hit and miss. I got to be honest. None of this really sounds like the Matt Murdock that I remember from the comics when I was younger.
No.
I mean, on top of everything, I had a cousin that lived in Hell's Kitchen. So it's like, I loved the idea of a superhero from Hell's Kitchen. And like, none of this has ever felt like the grounded, gritty, street level guy that he always was to me and in the comics. But I love you. I love Sucker. I have come to love Griffin. So I am here to torture myself and be a part of this.
See, I always knew the girls I loved at heart were secretly masochists, even if they don't want to tell me. But it's one of those situations where it's like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
if
yeah,
I get through this entire season, you have to stop talking about me. It's stepping on your foot.
Well, and what I was going to say was that we'll see. That's negotiable. It's starting to fade. It's been almost 2 years now.
If I can get on a slight tangent about
well, let me just say something real quick to back up what Tiny was saying was the Netflix series, especially that first season, was a lot of that. And if you ever get the chance, that first season on Netflix,
the original Netflix season, Netflix season 1 was a lot more of that. I wasn't a huge fan of how they handled Stick. I always wanted a dead master to come back and teach me.
Right.
I ended up not having Netflix anymore, so I didn't keep watching. But then I saw some of the stuff on Elektra, and that was just not what I would have wanted. So I just kind of walked away from the whole thing. But you dragged me back.
I know. I'm good like that. Like that. Well, and it's one of those. Well, this is what I told Griffin. This is what I told Griffin before the show started was the Born Again that they kind of loosely adapted in like season 3 of Daredevil did make me go out and purchase and read the comic at least.
Okay.
So that yeah, and I figured that at least if nothing else, at least it inspired me to go do that. Plus a lot of other recommendations from all of my comic book friends. So yeah, it was really good. This eccentric, I see you over on Kick, keeping Darth Dave happy or keeping Darth Dave company. Thank you, buddy.
Tiny, as a brief aside, and I know like I'm the one, of course it's funny that I'm the one folk ambition, but because I bish all the time about it's too late. I actually started to really fucking love Styx primarily because of the not stellar Guardians run they did. I think because I don't like Jessica Jones, and he was always giving Jessica Jones shit. And I fucking loved him for it. I loved how fucking, like, we're going to go over and kick ass and take names. It's like, who made you in charge? Shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah. Well, and I love that actor that they picked for him, too. Like, there is not a better crotchety old man in television that I can think of. Like, he plays the best crotchety old man. So I don't know. I loved him. I absolutely loved him. But I also am not like you guys, unlike Griffin and Tiny, I'm also not like a huge expert on the Daredevil comics either. Like the Born Again little thing by Miller was like the first actual Daredevil comic I'd ever read. So yeah, so there you go. So I'm the normie here. I am just your humble common nerd. I find the experts and bring you guys the experts. So it's gonna be great. So all right, boys and girls, we've dicked around for long enough. Over there, all you fabulous folks over on YouTube, we've got season 2, episode 1, The Northern Star tonight. Daredevil's in hiding, but he isn't laying low. A shadow player from Washington, D.C. emerges.
Holy fuck, we have so many goddamn characters to begin with. You're giving us another fucking character?
Well, I think, like I said, I think there's going to be some characters from the first season we're probably never going to see again. So we'll see how it goes.
Like when we started calling the black chick Froggy because her fucking mouth was goddamn enormous.
Oh my God, yeah. I forgot about that.
And we would have been more nicer to her if she wasn't the replacement for Foggy.
Yeah, a really, really piss poor replacement for Foggy. They were just like, we made the jokes too, because they were like essentially just the diversity hire replacements for Foggy and Karen. Mm-hmm. Like that's like literally what it was. Oh. You know, and like one of them was supposed to be this cop that like apparently Matt met in the Netflix series or something, or maybe I don't know, off camera. I don't know. It was really weird. There was supposed to be this history between this black cop and Matt that we didn't know or see or experience or know anything whatsoever. Yeah, or care. For that matter as well.
It's like, I'll be your emotional support black man because the white people are either dead or gone and they're going to be coming back later.
Right, to replace me because, we finally figured out this shit doesn't work in Hollywood. So, yeah, or at least over at Kevin Feige's Marvel.
As an aside, it could have worked if we actually saw more scenes of them to get not fucking bitching at each other all the goddamn time, but it was always confrontational and just not fun. And you would need to have fun in order to build a rapport for the purpose of those angsty scenes.
Well, yeah, because there was and like I said at the time, it would have made sense if it was coming from Karen or Foggy because there was that history. They had been together. They'd been through good times. They'd been through bad times. They'd been through laughing, all of that kind of fun stuff. You know what I mean? So it made sense for them to be able to call each other out on their bullshit, not for whoever the hell these people were that just showed up out of nowhere. So, yeah. So, all right. So, speaking of showing up out of nowhere, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Venkman fan site, Melissa Smith, Real White Nation Gaming Clips, your average Patriot nerd looking good in green over on the YouTube side, brother. I appreciate you. You guys, I appreciate you. Come join us over on the Rumble side. Click the links. Even if you don't want to create an account, you can just click the link and you can come watch. But because of all of the abuses of Rumble's or YouTube's fun systems out there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is the way things go. So, we appreciate you. We love you. You're fabulous. Everybody start waving. So I've got a good exit spot. Griffin, are you waving? Griffin, you better be waving.
I'm waving and also doing a copy of the link. I do that.
All right. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. There we go. All right. Oh, where's this button? Here we go. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Daredevil Born Again, season 2. Let's see what happens.
Thank you, New York. It's humbling to be sitting here, speaking to you as mayor this evening.